Hello and welcome to my channel, which is specifically about Jennifer Cornet and her time in the Hannibal fandom about 10 years ago. This story has been posted before, and I am the person who originally did those videos. At the time, I was being harassed and stalked and just terrorized so much that I decided the best thing to do was to take down my website and all my information and just ignore it. But over time, I realized that going silent and deleting all of the information only made those people trying to discredit me look like they were right, and it looked like I was trying to hide from something, or that I believed that I was lying or making up a story or something like that. And it felt like I had just been gaslighted into disappearing because people were attacking me from all sides and saying that this didn't happen, or I was just jealous of Jennifer, or any number of weird things that you can come up with, because I have seen some of the most fictitious stories about me ever trying to tear me down and discredit me. And I was like, if this is going to happen anyway, because people are still continuing with this to this very day, that it doesn't matter, that I can tell my story, and there's always going to be these people who are obsessively enraged with discrediting me because they don't like this story. They don't like truth. For whatever reason, they want to believe that Jennifer Cornet is something that she isn't, or they want to believe that I didn't have this experience, or I'm making it up for clout, or, just everything that they say, because they don't like that I'm the one that encountered her, or they don't like that I'm the one that uncovered her. There are people who have been hunting her since she was in this Final Fantasy VII house, and I think a lot of them wish that they were the ones to find her first, and because they didn't, and they didn't have this opportunity to be the hero that they wanted to be, they have to drag me down because I didn't handle it the way that they think they would have handled it, which I don't think would be much better because of how easily triggered they are by things they don't like. In any case, I'm going to be telling this story. I'm going to be doing it all over again, but I wanted to do this introduction video to clear up a few things. And the first thing I wanted to say is that the vast majority of this all happened about 10 years ago. That's a long time. And in that time, I believe that people can change, so I'm not really that person that I used to be 10 years ago. I also wanted to state that there are several conversations that I had with people within this group that it was just me and that other person, which means that the only people that can discredit what happened in those conversations are me and the other person. So, for example, there are a bunch of people out there who will tell you that so-and-so never said this, and that never happened. But in a conversation between two people, and one of them is telling the story, the only other person who can say that I'm being incorrect is the person who was the other part of the conversation. And I know that there is information in this story that people don't like, so they like to brand me as homophobic or transphobic, when all I'm actually doing is relaying what was told to me, when it was told to me, how it was told to me, and what these people said at the time. This is just what happened. Now, because it is the current year, and even the tiniest little things are transphobic or homophobic or some kind of phobic, I just don't care anymore, because reality doesn't exist to coddle you into some sort of bubble where you don't have to hear these things, or people aren't this way, or things like this don't happen. This is what happened, and it's not politically correct because we're talking about a woman, a much older woman, who grooms young people into being her slaves in various ways so that she can not work a job and financially gain from them while pretending that she's a fictional character. If you expect this story to be some kind of woke, social justice, politically correct anthem of a legendary smackdown between me and Jennifer Cornet, that's not what happened. Because reality is just what reality is, and it's a lot less exciting than this narrative that these people want to spin and this story that these people want to have. So if you are offended by this story, my recounting of events that happened, then you're just offended by reality, and there's really not much that I can do for you. Go be offended. You have a right to do that, but you don't have a right to harass me over it because I'm just saying events that happened in my life. And if my story is the worst of your problems, then I wish I was you, because you must have nothing better to do in your life and it's going pretty good because you're just making up stuff to be mad about. So in the weeks to come, there will be new videos. They will be told by me in my voice, and I will sit down and explain in detail what happened, how it happened, and I will provide the evidence where I need to provide it. So I'm sorry that I put up the other videos kind of as a test system to see how quickly I would be harassed or what would happen if I tried to come back. And now that I have an idea of the potential backlash and what it might be, I've decided to go ahead and do this all over again, because to me, it's more important that the truth is out there than the lies that everybody is spreading around about me to discredit me, because I know what happened, I have the evidence, and I'm one of the only people who can tell this story because no one else telling it has any experience with this to the level that I do. So please stick around, and I hope that you enjoy this story. If you've heard it before, I'm sorry, because you're going to be bored. There's not going to be any new information. But if you're new here and you want to know what really happened, then this is your chance to hear it. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Then get ready for one of the craziest stories you've probably ever heard in your life.